to what he's doing.
I came in the door, I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more, but it's fighting me, inviting me to rhyme. I can't hold it back. I'm looking for the line, taking
Welcome back.
coat, clearing my throat. The
Tech Zone. I am Paul Amadeus Lane. Welcome back to our second segment recapping E3. It was totally awesome. In our first segment, we talked about Microsoft and how I felt Microsoft did a pretty good job. And as I had time to think about it, they really underwhelmed this time, because usually they are at, the top of the line when it comes to a presentation at E3 press conference. What saved them was the Project Scorpio console. That kind of saved the whole press conference, because everybody was like, what happened to Microsoft this time? It wasn't robust. It wasn't as eye-catching as it was in the past. But hopefully, next year, they'll step up. But one press conference that really impressed me was Ubisoft, however you say it. And we're going to talk about here this segment. But before we do, I went to the PC Gaming press conference too, and there they announced, and Sean, you're going to like this. Sean's an engineer back at home base. Sean, they're going to have this backpack that you can carry your laptop in, that you can game on the go. Power cells and everything. Sounds cool, Sean? So that was at the PC gaming show press conference. So that was pretty cool. We're going to talk about Sony in our last segment, but this segment we're going to focus in on Ubisoft. And one thing about Ubisoft, I had no idea, because I've been gaming for a long time, but it's hard to believe that Ubisoft is turning 30. So back in, let me do my math now, back in 1986, that's when Ubisoft started in the gaming field. Now, you get a special prize if you tell me what were some of the early Ubisoft games. But the press conference was pretty cool. Pretty cool. It was hosted again by Aisha Tyler, comedian. And, she's also on the show on Channel 2. And some of the highlights of the press conference talked about some of the games. Assassin's Creed, they even talked about that movie because, Assassin's Creed is a Ubisoft, a production. They also had a game called Eagle Flight. Now, Eagle Flight, that one, the format is for Oculus Rift, PlayStation VR, and HTC Vive. And it's pretty cool because you can play with teams and everything. And what you do is that, you fight over like food, like it was a rabbit they're fighting over. So it's a multiplayer platform. Also, the game For Honor, and that's for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Another game, Grow Up, that's going to be released August 2016. Just Dance 2017, that's going to be on Wii U, Wii, Xbox 360, PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 3. And if you guys have been following one of my good friends, Kelly V. Dolan, she's on the Hollywood Social Lounge. The show airs on Saturday. You saw a video of her doing Just Dance. That was pretty cool. And for all you South Park fans out there, there is a game called South Park Fractured Butthole. Yeah, go figure. The game's steep. And that South Park game is going to be on PC, PS4, Xbox One, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, The Wildlands, Tom Clancy, The Division, that's going to be on PC, PS4, Xbox One, Trial of the Blood Dragon, Xbox One, PC, PS4, and Watchdogs 2, and PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And one of the games that they showcased there really took everybody by storm. And we actually have a video. So for some of our listeners out there who are watching via live stream or YouTube, you'll be able to check this out. You on radio, you remember you can always go and check out the video podcast. Just go to my website, paulonwheels.com. That's paulonwheels.com. And you'll be able to just check out this video right here. But you'll be able to listen, though, and check it out. Here we go.
Captain's log. Stardate 2016.165. Starship USS Aegis is preparing for her maiden voyage. We've gathered some of the most decorated officers in the Federation to test her limits and to prove her place among Starfleet's finest ships. We're en route to a secret testing facility and are proceeding to our destination at maximum warp. This is amazing!
Wow! Absolutely astonishing.
When I walked in, I really wasn't sure what I was actually walking into.
This is very cool.
If I could have imagined what I would have wanted the Star Trek VR game to be, this is it! This is what we've been waiting for.
Holy crap, this is amazing.
I mean, it really is breathtaking. That was an extraordinary experience, to be fully encompassed in a world.
Whoa, not into that. You're interacting with each other and you're talking to each other and you're taking orders from the captain and I mean, it's really cool.
So there's captain, helm, piloting the ship, tactical, and the engineer routing power and charging warp coils.
I'm feeling pressure already. I'm feeling nervous now.
All right, shields up. Prepare warp. Take us out.
Yes, Captain.
Co-op gameplay is not new. I mean, you know, we can play games with our friends, but there's something different about being in a shared virtual environment.
Hearing who you're playing with, you can look over and see the person and see them doing their job and talk to them.
The team does not succeed unless everybody does their job well.
Ship decloaking, activating shields.
Okay, shields up.
Shields up. I really did not want to lower the shields while we were under attack. I was very impressed by LeVar playing that game today. He really had the language of Star Trek down.
And they are transporting, Captain.
It's like, yes, this makes you push the buttons.
I will say I nailed being the engineer.
That doesn't sound good.
It's a Klingon. Red alert.
Preparing to warp.
We're under attack. We have been waiting in anticipation for so long for the technology of virtual reality to catch up with where we imagine we should be and where we all want to go. Line us up for warp, please.
We have full power.
Ensign, as soon as you can get us the hell out of here, I'd be most grateful.
This was really incredible.
Hull is down to 20%. Come on, y'all.
Punch it.
As soon as you can. Here we go.
Woohoo!
It's your own Star Trek experience in a virtual world where you can hang out with whoever you want. And that's a pretty good deal.
Wow. That was a preview of Star Trek Bridge Crew. It was amazing. Yeah, we came through the door and we said it before. That's what I'm talking about, Star Trek Bridge Crew. And when the preview came on the screen at the press conference, we were all like, oh, wow. One of the things that again, we'll show some screenshots of the images of this as well. But, you know, screenshots look amazing. I'm just upset that it's not going to be on Xbox. And this is where I think Xbox is underwhelmed this year. This game right here is only going to be on PlayStation VR because it's virtual reality. I don't know if Microsoft maybe ticked off to people at Ubisoft. I don't know. But if you can check out some of these shots, you who are watching via our live stream or YouTube, this is going to be on HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, PlayStation VR. You notice nothing about Xbox. And that really bothers me. That really bothers me. I mean, does Xbox have something coming on over the horizon that we don't know about? I sincerely hope so. But talking about some of the specifics of this game, they kind of talked about LeVar Burton from TNG Next Generation. Then you had Jerry Ryan from 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager. Then you had Bones, Dr. McCoy from the new Star Trek movie. And so you can operate as a crew. That was one of the features that I thought was amazing. You can manage strategic decisions and coordinate actions with your crew to complete a mission. Co-op players can form a crew of 4 to serve in their roles of captain, helm, tactical, and engineer. And Earth is, kind of the stronghold that you're trying to save in this, but each is crucial to the success. And everybody has varied jobs in this. Now, what about the storyline? Now, the mission generator, in addition to a dynamic storyline, Star Trek Bridge Crew also features ongoing missions. And that's something that's huge. Ongoing missions. So you can periodically generate different missions for countless hours of solo or co-op gaming. So, when that just kind of blew us away, and it was truly awesome. Now, one of the games we also got a chance to look at, and that was Watchdog. And Watchdog was basically a game about ones who are watching, the government and making sure corruption is not, running rampant and making them pay for the injustices. And I know I played in the intro of this segment, Eric B. and Rakim. There's a soundtrack in that game that has Eric B. and Rakim, and the song in there is called Don't Sweat the Technique. And the gameplay in here, watching it on the screen, it looks pretty dynamic. And there's just the different missions that you can go on and everything. But Ubisoft, that was, I was really impressed by Ubisoft. Some of the other things that I was impressed with at E3, I would have to say just the coordination of how all the major studios are trying to bring out VR now. And VR, I got a chance to sample some VR, and it's pretty dynamic out there. And the HTC Vive, that's gonna turn a few heads out there. Only thing about it, it's pretty expensive. It's I believe over the $500 range, maybe even more. And that's why I think PlayStation is stepping up with the PlayStation VR. And but Xbox, come on, what are you gonna do? And you would think at E3 that they would really bring that up. The only thing they did with VR during their press conference was they showed us Minecraft again. They did it last year, but Ubisoft celebrating 30 years, and I was really impressed at their press conference. Really turning 30 years old. So you can always go to their website, Ubisoft, Ubisoft, and you can find out more information about the games that they have coming out. And Star Trek Bridge Crew, that's going to make me get a PlayStation. Yeah. Looking at these graphics one more time. Look at that. And all of us who are Trekkies, we all wanted to do this at one time or another, to control the bridge and have all this fun and coordinate it. And now virtual reality allows us to make it so and do just so. All right. This is the Tech Zone. I am Paul Amadeus Lane. We'll be right back after these messages, and we'll cap off our coverage talking about what happened at Sony. And Sony, if you have seen some of the footage, that introduction with the opera singers, and that was just awesome. So we'll be back right after these messages. Don't go nowhere.